Hi, my name is Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. Come along with me book shopping in Melbourne. I live in the outer suburbs of Melbourne, and to get to the inner city it takes me about 45 minutes by train, which I much prefer than over driving. On this day I decided to take a me day from work, and the city really just hits differently on a weekday. The weekend is just too busy. My friend and I on this day decided to go on a bookshop crawl, an evolution from our back in the day bar crawls that took us all around the city. Once I got off the train, I just had to get a city coffee first, so I stopped at the first place I saw. And the coffee was great, of course. The first bookshops we were hitting up were in a little pocket of Thai restaurants, so for food first, we decided on the car park place, aka Soy 38. It's a little shop in the middle of a multi-level car park, and it always has a line out the door, which is a pretty reliable marker for if a restaurant is good or not. We were seated in their back area, and the food was so cheap, and my god, was it so good. Then finally the bookstores. The first bookstore was across the road and called Hill of Content. I call myself a book lover, but really it's embarrassing that I've never been to this iconic bookshop before. It has such a beautiful old style exterior and was so quiet and chill inside. I saw this copy of Intermezzo and immediately put it back because I saw the price. Sorry, not today for this one. They had some really cute merch lining their staircase that led to even more books. Upstairs, they even had some seating by the window where you can take a break from the book shopping. I purchased my book, and then it was on to the paperback bookshop. I actually didn't know this bookshop existed, and even when my friend pointed it out to me across the street, I didn't even see it at first. It's such a cozy store where the entire store from top to bottom is literally books. Like a little book maze, it's so cute. They have a really great collection for sale and little chair areas for resting or browsing. also stopped by this cute little witchy store because my friend was wanting a witch book. So a little side quest today is we're on the hunt for a witchy book. After this bookshop, we went to Basement Books. I've only been here once before, but it was a long time ago, so I was really looking forward to visiting it again. These books here are all secondhand. I used to avoid these like the plague, preferring new and pristine books, but lately I've been enjoying browsing secondhand books. There's lots to find, like books out of print and old editions that are really hard to find. I like getting books as well to finish series I started years ago so I can have the munching set. This store is special because it has different sections for books in different languages and also literature specific to Melbourne, so there's so much history in that sense here. Then it was off to the next and final bookstore, Demix. This place is so fun when you enter because you get this impressive bird's eye view of most of the store. I always like going to this bargain area when I come here. The things here are pretty heavily discounted and I have found some pretty good things here in the past. I also did a little witchy book shopping and got this book for my friend. They have such pretty merch here and I really wanted to buy something, but I don't absolutely need another bag. So today we're just here to browse. Well, I'm back with my book haul. It was so much fun going around to all the bookstores. It's like one of those things where you live in a city, so you don't really take the time often to appreciate like where you are and the certain charms there are of the city. I was trying to look through a lens of I'm a tourist and like me experiencing this as like if you've gone to other cities, like they have a certain vibe about them. Melbourne very much has vibe and it was just really nice to experience and made me realize I actually need to go into the CBD a lot more often. Lately I just like haven't been going. I just feel like old and I just feel like being at home. So yeah, it was actually really nice to experience. So I definitely got some books. One I even like splurged on. So this bag I got from the first bookshop that I visited, Hill of Content. I'd never actually been to this bookstore before. It was really nice. There were a lot of like nice selections of things and just like really nice books, I guess. I don't know, just like a nice selection of books. So the book that I purchased from Hill of Content is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. This is a poetry book, which I'm sure most people have heard of, but this specific version is the 10th anniversary collector's edition and it's so beautiful. Like really it's just beautiful. This color palette is something I'm so into right now. Like it's This looks so nice. And also what I really enjoyed about this, so it's not just a different cover of the original poem collection, it's got a new chapter of poems, a new introduction. It's got photographs in it as well. There's diary entries, and then also some of Rupi Kaur's chosen people who have annotated this book, and also Rupi herself has also annotated it, and it's beautiful. So this is just the open page. Oh, there's a free bookmark. So nice. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but just like handwritten drawings. So first of all, that's cute. But then like throughout, there's like drawings and comments made. You know, she has annotations and they're in the pink. So here's more. Here's this one too. It's comments about, I guess, reiterating how she felt at the time. And then also comments about like if she feels like her mind has changed since writing the poem. I think this is the new chapter, the remembering. That's also got a handwritten section from Rupi herself. And this one was like a very long annotation. I don't know, I just think that's so cool. Just really, really cool. And I actually feel like I want to add my own annotations to it. Maybe I might be too scared because it's a collector's edition. I think it'll be really interesting, and maybe even like a time capsule piece of me reading this for the second or third time and writing my thoughts and how I think in this moment about these. That's almost like what she's done as well. She's written her thoughts and how her mind has been changed through 10 years of first writing this poem collection. And then if I add my own, it's like another layer that makes it, I guess, maybe even more special and more of a time capsule for even me to then go back and read. Because I feel like this book is really, really special to me, like Milk and Honey, the poem collection, because my new housemate at the time, who's now like one of my really good friends, she had the book Milk and Honey, and I'd heard amazing things, but I'd never read it. And at that time, I kind of wasn't really reading that often. Like, I still loved books and I still thought of myself as a reader, but I actually maybe only read like a couple of books a year. It was like that period of time where I read so much as a teenager, and then going into my 20s and then mid-20s, I feel like once I reached mid-20s, I kind of just like stopped reading that often. I just felt like I didn't have the time, and I traded it for like other hobbies, like going out and dancing and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like now I found more of a balance to like reconnect with my love of reading. But this is kind of where it started. So she had a copy of Milk and Honey and she's like, yeah, borrow it. Like, please read it. It's really good. I read it and it was like all the feelings of reading that I've ever had, like rushed back, enjoying a story, feeling connected to a story. These all were the things that I experienced on top of experiencing what these poems offer as well. It was just like so many layers for me. So it's like a special book for me. I feel like too, Rupi Kaur gets a lot of shit for her poetry sometimes. Like in some spaces, I feel like people are maybe even looked down upon for appreciating her poetry or liking her poetry. And I don't understand, because one, I feel like it's also really accessible. If you want to start reading poetry, for the longest time, I never understood poetry. I could never wrap my head around it. If we had to study it in high school, like I fucking hated it. I was the person who was like, yeah, I'm a reader, I love reading, but I fucking hate poetry. But since reading Milk and Honey and then realizing that there are so many more experiences you can actually have reading poetry, and that even if you may not connect to one type of poetry, there are other types to connect to. Same as there are different genres of novels, for example. Like you may not connect to a romance book, but you can connect to a fantasy book. So yeah, I'm really happy I got this. I'm really excited. It's so beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. Yeah, really happy I got this, and I'm going to be displaying it on my shelf. Actually, shall we put it here? Wait, yeah, we're going to put it here. It's going to go here. So yeah, it can be here, and you can see it in this video too. So yeah, after going to Hill of Content, we went to the paperback bookshop. There were a few things that I saw there that I liked, but there was nothing that I absolutely wanted. In the clip earlier, if you saw me hanging around the Deborah Levi section, I do want to read one of her books, but just not yet. I'm trying to not buy new books and trying to just experience the one that I have. So that's why I didn't get anything from there. But next, I was really, really looking forward to the basement books, because for the longest time, I used to be so like snobby towards secondhand books. Like I felt like they had to be in perfect condition for me to own them. But now I'm like, no, it's like nice to have the worn in feel, and it's not like I myself treat them in pristine condition either. Like, I am enjoying the used feel of books. Since I think annotating, my mind has shifted in that way. Anyway, so at the basement bookshop, I found Solitaire by Alice Oseman. And this is by no means the first time that I've come across this book. Probably even seen it cheaper other places. But I have been really loving Heartstopper again. It's at the point for me where it's like kind of a bit hard to watch because the themes are getting a bit deeper and within the book series and within the TV show. So it's taken me a bit longer to finish, but I did see someone talk about it the other day online. So like Tori is Charlie, who is a main character in Heartstopper's sister, and this book is like about Tori. And I saw someone mention online the other day like, oh, haven't you ever realized that Tori supports her brother, considers him her best friend and all these kind of things, but like no one appreciates Tori that much either? And I just was like, oh my god, I have to read her book now. I have to like support her. I guess like I just want to know more about her and her life because it's not featured very heavily in the TV series. So the only way to know is through this. And the pink is just so cute. I love this pink. As you've probably seen on my channel, it's like full of pink. I love pink. Actually, blue is my favorite color, but I think aesthetically I prefer pink. Anyway, so yeah, got Solitaire. And the final book that I got is Saving Francesca by Melina Marchetta. And if you know anything about Australian fiction, Melina Marchetta is very much up there as an amazing author. And even in the writing course that I did even just last year, like this is published, this specific 2003. So she's been around for a long time. But even in my course, like from last year, I was studying passages from this book. And I just actually really enjoyed the passages and I was like, I have to read more from her. I also just like want to read more from this author in general because she is seen as like such an amazing author in Australian YA fiction. And there's also her series like Finnegan of the Rock that she wrote that became more like internationally known. So yeah, if you've ever heard of that, like this is the same author. So these are the 3 books that I got. Well, 1, 2, 3. These are 3 stories I got book shopping in Melbourne. It was so much fun. And also when I was at the secondhand bookstore, I found this pamphlet. It says Walking the City of Literature, and it's literally a map of Melbourne. Let me get it out. It's literally a map of Melbourne. It has this whole entire list of bookstores to visit throughout the city. And so I've only ticked a few off. Like you saw too, I did visit Demix, but I didn't get anything from there. Like I've been there so many times. Like that's usually my stop that I go to every time I go to the city anyway. So there were a couple of books that I did see, and I think too are very reminiscent of books that I've read recently. So I'm like, oh, I really want to read that. I think I just needed to hold off, and maybe I'll go again soon and get it. So yeah, if you'd like to see different content from me, down below is my Instagram where you can check out what I'm doing over there. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.